Hey Bucs fans, welcome to week 9 of the FSW Coaches Show here at Florida Southwestern State College. I'm Sports Information Director Roy Allen, joined on the show today by head women's basketball coach Dr. Jerald Ellis. Coach, how are you doing today?
I'm doing good, Roy. How are you?
Doing good, Coach. Doing good. Very unusual year. Obviously, usually this week we would be getting ready for our season opener this weekend, end of October, beginning in November. This year, very, very different, now being 3 months away from tip-off of the season. So how have you adjusted, and how's your team adjusted to this new schedule?
I think the fact that we've had some additional scrimmage dates added into the fall, it's allowed us to, they're looking forward to those. And rather than having the scrimmages in a 2-week period and then we get ready to play, we've spread them out over the course of, the next 6 weeks or 4 to 5 weeks. And we've already played 3 scrimmage games against 3 different 4-year schools and fared pretty well.
Team very, very young this year. 4 sophomores back, really just 2 that saw significant time last year. How do you think this extended practice period, we'll call it, has benefited them, especially when you weren't able to have the players in this summer like usual?
How has it benefited the sophomores?
The freshmen.
Oh, the freshmen. Well, the freshmen, have had some extra time to get ready now. We'll have had this 6-week or 4 to 6 week period where we will play some scrimmage games. We can correct them. They can see what they've done wrong, and they'll realize by the time we're done with our scrimmages, we'll have had on 5 scrimmage dates. We'll have had close to 7 different scrimmages.
Right. We actually planned the timing of having you on the show pretty well here, having played some home games here on Saturday, a couple contests against NAIA competition here in the arena. First of all, talk a little bit about your game against Florida College. Got down a little bit early, down at the half. Team roared back in the second half, finished off a good win there.
Well, again, having so many freshmen, starting 4 freshmen, they're just learning what it takes to play at that level, specifically playing 4-year schools where these kids have played already. All 3 of those schools have a significant number of seniors in their starting lineup. So just telling them what it's going to be like is a lot different than
finding out
and finding out what's happening. But yeah, we were able to play a lot of people in that game, which was really good. I think almost every player had double-figure minutes, so that was pretty significant.
In a game like that where you did trail a little bit and have to come back, faced a little bit of adversity, is that something as a coach you enjoy seeing? I mean, I know you'd love to see him come out and play perfect, blow somebody out, but almost good a little bit to see him in different situations have to adjust to different climates.
Yeah, it's pretty interesting because on the bench as coaches, we want the close game. I mean, I do. I love the close game. It gives us an opportunity to work on some different strategies, and the kids to learn from that specific situation from us, rather than just drawing it up in practice against each other and cheating the drill, and we know what they're to expect. So we really do. Our first game at Kaiser University was an overtime game, and it was. That's a beautiful thing to be able to do that. All of these games we've been down and shown the resiliency. They just keep coming. I think our depth really showed in the game against Southeastern, where I thought they got tired, and because the kids do feel that they feel comfortable that when they're out, it's no problem. We've got somebody to get you back when you come in there. I'm really happy with our progress.
Coach, at halftime of that first game on Saturday, had a little bit of an interesting happening there with one of your staff members, Oscar Lopez, got engaged to his longtime girlfriend. Have you ever had anything like that happen? Probably not in the middle of the game, I would guess. But just talk about maybe how cool that was, for you having been around Oscar for a few years, playing against his daughter Anaya, and having your girls have that relationship with him, and just see that kind of thing.
Well, I think that what puts it all into perspective is at the end of that ceremony. If I look on the bench and one of our sophomores, I call them seniors. They might be after this later.
They might be.
Amani Waiters, who recently just received a Division I offer from FIU. Amani Waiters was crying crocodile tears. So you know that it meant that just seeing Oscar, who's been part of our program, have the opportunity to do that, it meant something to the girls as well, and it was really special.
Yeah, absolutely. Now turning the page a little bit to that second game on Saturday, big time matchup with Southeastern University, a team that's a top 10 NAIA school, 30 wins year in, year out. Again, faced a little bit of adversity in that game, came back, ended up winning that game by 9, 93-84 against, again, a very, very good team and a team that starts the year in the top 10 in NAIA.
Yeah, they have 6 Division I transfers, 3 grad transfers. That's what he does every year. As a matter of fact, what Tim does is the reason these kids are grad transfers and Division I transfers is not because they had issues at their former school. It's because they know if they go to Southeastern, he's had 14 kids sign pro in the last 3 years. So they know that if they go to Southeastern for that extra year of eligibility, that they're going to have an opportunity to play overseas. So the quality of players he has is not the head case transfer. These are legitimate, like the number 3 player at Buffalo University now plays for them, and she's going to be one of the top 1 or 2 in their league. Right. So now we'll get additional exposure internationally where she can go play pro ball. So no, they're a really good team, and a lot of teams, I don't know if in our region or just across the NJCAA, when they play a lot of these schools, they're playing their JV teams, and we're not. We want the team. We want the team. And that's what happens, and it is only going to make us better and ready for the big game.
What'd you like that you saw in that game against Southeastern?
Exactly what we said. Our style of play is a little different this year. We're not playing 94 feet. We're playing you in the half court, but you can still score. You can score as many points coming out of a half court than you can in the full court, and 93, 80, whatever 84, it was, 84. I mean, that's the tail of the tape. And I think we scored 90 over at Kaiser, somewhere around that. I think it might have been 91, 80 something in overtime.
Coach, as expected, Sheslani Laureano, your terrific sophomore, played just spectacular on Saturday once again. Game 1 against Florida College, she goes 6 for 8 shooting, scores 18 points. Maybe more importantly, puts up a plus 24 in the plus-minus category in just 17 minutes on the floor, and then turns around the next game, puts up 33 against Southeastern. Just talk about her as a player.
Sheslani has really grown since she's been here. She's just become so versatile. We play her now exclusively at the 1 or the 2, and that's where it can just accentuate all the things that she can show. The IQ that she has for the game, the ability to handle, the ability to get to the basket, the ability to shoot the ball. She's just a really special player, and I would be shocked if she wasn't a JUCO All-American this year.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, last year as a freshman, maybe a little bit in the shadows as Anaka Downs, an All-American in her own right, but scores 15 points a game as a freshman. Not many kids are able to do that, and should have a chance this year to get in the 1,000-point club.
Yeah, I'm not sure, but correct me if I'm wrong, but she may have had 18 in the third quarter of the Southeastern game.
Yeah, she got hot pretty quick.
It was, so she's going to be really good. And another one of our international players who played 33 minutes against Southeastern, Macarena Rentamales from Chile, is going to grow, and I almost see her in that role of Sheslani next year. So because she's such a versatile player, I think she was 4 for 6 from threes against Southeastern, but yet has the ability to control tempo, the intelligence to understand where you're going to be. Maybe not on the first pass, but on the second or third pass.
Coach, those couple of your guards there. Talk a little bit on the inside. Patience Williams, Tyshawn Tolley, both had nice games in their first games here in the arena. Both were close to double-doubles in both games, just missed out on them, but both very good games in those ones.
Oh, yeah, they're, I think, if you're just talking about those two players, they might be the hardest workers we have on the team. And because of that work ethic and the skill set that they bring, those will be double-doubles every night, and I'm absolutely 100% confident that's going to happen for both of them.
Coach, about a month left now in your official practice season here. What are some things that you would like to see your team maybe improve on before you hit the break? And then obviously real quick after you come back from the break, got to get things going and the regular season starts.
I'm really happy with how we're coming along offensively. We run a straight motion offense, which gives them freedom to be a basketball player, to accentuate your skill set without limiting them to this is the set we're going to run. You got a screen here, you got to go there, and that's the only thing you can do. We give them that freedom. So I'm really happy with that. What I think we need to work on is some of our fundamental, just some additional fundamental work like blocking out, closing out, things that are so correctable and easily correctable. But what you can't correct is the ability for a player to understand how to play the game. And by playing the way we play and giving them that freedom, that's where they're going to grow the most. And I think that's going to be, so, our goal as a staff is to be able to take any of our kids and take them right out of our program and drop them into any program in the country and have them be able to be successful and to meld right into whatever type of offense or defense that they're running.
And not be stuck in a system.
And not be stuck in a system, and that's what we're trying to develop.
All right, that's the end of the basketball questions.
Oh, boy.
Okay, so now we're going to get the heavy hitting questions.
Okay.
Last time we had some quick hitters. This time we're going to do a little section that we call this or that. Okay, so you're going to get two options. You got to choose one of the two options.
Okay, I'll do it.
And we'll start off relatively easy. Okay, then we'll get a little bit harder as we go along.
Okay.
You ready for that?
I'm ready.
Okay. First one: cats or dogs?
Oh.
Or sandhill cranes? I know you got some of those.
I'm going to go with the sandhill crane.
You like the sandhill cranes?
Sandhill
You've raised a few sandhill crane chicks out in your front yard?
Well, every year they have their 2 eggs, and sometimes they nurture 2 young, sometimes just 1. But we have a family right now that's just about ready to kick that young one out of the nest and start all over
ready
again.
to go. Did you know a sandhill crane, a baby sandhill crane is called a colt?
No, I did not
What
know
a
that.
funny name.
Wow,
Colt.
I didn't know
So
that.
you learn something new every week on this show.
I think I'm talking to a nature buff here.
Yeah, nature guy, sports guy.
Yeah.
So tune in on Mondays for the show and you might learn something about nature. You never know.
Yep.
Okay, next one. Chocolate or vanilla ice cream?
Chocolate.
Chocolate guy, huh?
Yeah.
Twist or just straight chocolate?
Actually, I'll take chocolate with a little vanilla in there.
Okay.
Just maybe a swirl or 2.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. You answered this question earlier, and I did not give him the questions before the show. So let's hopefully he repeats the same answer he said earlier. You prefer a close game or a blowout?
Close game every day.
Okay, he answered that. Okay, so he was being genuine earlier.
Yeah.
Here's one for you: phone call or text?
Oh, I've sort of, I think I'm becoming a little bit progressive, and I'm going with the text.
Text.
Oh yeah,
Okay.
I'm going with text. It's quick and easy, and I can answer at any time.
Okay. I know the answer to this next one, but I'm asking anyway. Early bird or night owl?
Oh, I'm up early. If I sleep past 5 o'clock, believe it or not, I'm sleeping in.
Well, what time have you guys been practicing lately? Pretty early, right?
We
You
do.
go in the morning?
Well, it's kind of interesting because this group has asked for the 6 a.m. practice. We have the gym 6 to 7:30 and then 3:30 to 5:30, and they ask all the time, Coach, can we just turn it all to 6 to 7:30? They'd love to get up.
You probably like that, right?
I do. I can't do it on Monday and Wednesdays, but we do it Tuesday, Thursday, and we do it every Friday.
Yeah.
And Tuesdays and Thursdays when we can.
All right. As a coach, would you rather your team score 100 points or hold the opponent under 50?
No, under 50. I mean, we can score. I know we can score. I really don't. As long as it's 1 point over the opponent, I'm going to be just fine.
You're going under 50.
51-50 would suit me fine in the regional championship game.
Okay. Here's one for our current basketball fans versus our old school basketball fans. Best player, Jordan or LeBron?
That's Jordan for me, all the way, not even close.
Okay. I'm with you on that one. Your players might disagree, but I would.
Yeah,
I would agree.
well, that's a generational thing, but Jordan always, I don't know, I just think that his ability to make everybody else better was just tremendous. And I'm not saying LeBron's a great player, but I'm going to go with Jordan.
Agree. All right, you like to spend a little time out on the water. You like being on the boat.
Yep.
Okay. You a sneakers guy or a boat shoes guy?
I don't have any boat shoes.
So you're just straight sneakers. So when you go out on the boat, what do you wear?
Sandals or flip-flops.
Okay, you go flip flops there.
Yep.
Now that was a terrible question. Then I should have known that. I've never seen you in boat shoes, but
Yeah,
I thought being on the water you might have. But so you're
flip-flops or you get your bare feet when you
bare
get on
feet.
the boat.
Okay, all right. Last one. This is an important one. I've asked every coach this question. Okay. It's dinner time at the Ellis household. Okay. You either got to cook or you got to clean. Which one are you doing?
Wow, I mean, that's a toss-up because I do both.
You cook and clean?
I do, but you know, it's like one of those things. If my wife's busy, I'll cook. And actually, we both are. My wife is a real clean freak.
Okay.
So I know that there's if I'm picking it up, if I'm picking dishes up or whatever, and it goes in the sink, before I leave that sink, I'm cleaning them
You
too.
better have it clean.
So no, she's I mean, she's back in the day when the kids were still around the house, it was a two-a-day mopper.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the tile was two-a-day mop. I mean, it was, you know.
So that's your secret on how long you been married?
30 years.
30 years. So that's the secret. You got to just, if mama wants cooked and clean, you're cooking and clean.
I got both of them. I
Okay.
got them both.
Okay.
And if I come home and it's late and she's cooked, then
You're cleaning.
I'm definitely cleaning.
All right, that's it, Coach. That wasn't too hard.
No, I really enjoyed it.
Not too hard a question there.
I just hope our fans get an opportunity to come out in January and see the product that we're going to put out there, because this is an amazing group of kids. I think that the players that we have bought in 100%, and we don't really we don't worry about them when they leave the gym and they go back to their dorms. I think it's an amazing group, and I think the fans are going to love them.
Good. One more chance this fall for the fans to see your team play. FSWBucks.com/FSW Bucs Live. And that'll be on November 7th. We'll have a couple scrimmages there, so just make sure to check the website, and you'll be able to watch them play their last two scrimmages of the fall. So that'll be good. And then season starts up January 23rd on the road in Alabama. Huh?
Yeah, and I'm really happy about the November 7th games, because there'll be both JUCO contests, Miami-Dade and St. Pete. So we'll get a chance to see how we line up in Region 8.
Yeah, sure. Absolutely.
And then we're looking forward to going to Alabama in January for sure.
Good start to the season there. So that's all we got today for the FSW Coaches Show. We thank you for tuning in here on FSWBucks.com and at FSW Bucs on social media. Next week, we'll talk to head baseball coach Ben Bezier about his squad's fall progression throughout their season. So thank you again for watching this week. We'll catch you next Monday. Thanks again. Go Bucs.
Go Bucs.